I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Bell.
What is up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can start trading with under $500 today. That being said, let's get started. So guys, first couple steps in order to getting started with an account under $500 is you're going to be under PDT rule, which is the pattern day trader rule, which is going to mean you can only have 3 day trades, meaning buying and exiting in the same day. So that being said, we have to be able to manipulate around that PDT rule once you know the basics. Now, I always recommend knowing the basics and knowing how to trade. So if you guys don't know how to trade at all, don't know how to get into an order, I have videos in my channel where you can go on ahead and look at those. I'll probably link them up here or in the corner or something where you can see exactly how you buy in and sell out. So with that being said, what you're going to need to do if you're trading under $500 starting out, a lot of people say under $1,000. I think it's very possible to do it with under $500. I've had students do it before. With that being said, you just have to know what you're doing. So the first thing I always recommend doing is learning. Knowing what you're doing is the biggest part of trading and being successful in trading. The second part is going to be execution, game plan. Third part is being smart with your trades. So knowing where your 3 day trades are, if you have a day trade or not. Don't get into a trade. I hear all the time with somebody going, oh, I got into a trade and now I don't have a day trade left, when it's a position where they really should have day traded because it's going in the opposite direction now and they have to hold it overnight. The other thing to grow these small accounts are overnight holds. Now, do I do a lot of overnight holds? No, I'm going to be 100% honest with you when it comes down to this. Now, when I first started, I did do a lot of overnight holds, but I wasn't the best at them, so I always made sure that I went in with more money, my day trades. Now, when you're starting with these small accounts, you're probably going to have to leverage your whole account to make any profit. So what you're really going to have to do is compound your money to the best of your ability. And that is a huge, huge fact when starting with these small accounts. And it's very, very possible to start with one of these small accounts and actually grow it. It's just not going to be one of those where you're making $100 and $500 very rapidly. It's going to be one of those where you're just shooting for percents. So that's the second biggest thing I'm going to talk about, is not shooting for dollar amounts when you're in small accounts, shooting for percents. I always tell my students, with my strategy, you should be able to make anywhere between 5 to 7% pretty solidly. Sometimes you should be able to make a little bit more. Now, not always. So I have a lot of students that will take profit at 3 or 2.5 and 3%. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You can't find a bank out there that's going to match you with 3% a day when trading. Now, with that being said, you will have to know, again, where your day trades are. You're just going to realize it's all going to come back to knowing where your day trades are. When I first started, I personally know I planned mine out to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I knew exactly what 3 days I could day trade because it's on a rolling 5-day period, 5-day period, I believe. I haven't been under the PDT rule, guys, in a long time. Rolling 7-day period. So if you trade on Monday and Wednesday and Friday, next week you're going to be able to trade on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You guys do have to watch out for holidays. So if the holiday was on Monday, I would not trade on Tuesday. I would trade on Wednesday and Friday that week. And then the next following week, it'd be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday again. But still, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you don't need to be going and doing everything else out there. You still need to be watching the market and game planning those things. That way you kind of know what's still going on. You need to know what's going on in the market still. It's a big fact to know where the market's at and what it's doing compared to just walking away for days at a time and then trying to come back and knowing exactly what you're doing. Now, when you're first day trading, it's going to be kind of hard. You're going to think it's looking like all gibberish and all this other stuff, and it looks like Chinese to you. That's okay. That's a normal thing. 99% of people, I believe, that start tell me that. So all my students that start tell me it looks like gibberish, it looks like Chinese, the charts don't make sense. What I want you to know is that we use candlesticks when you're setting up a platform. Get Thinkorswim. This is all free information, guys, right here on YouTube. Guys, this is the best setup I came up for new traders. Get Thinkorswim, get Robinhood on your phone. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna trade on your phone with Robinhood, and then have it up on a computer with Thinkorswim if you can have a computer. Now, if not, it's gonna be a little trickier, but I still want you to get Thinkorswim and have it set up on a computer or something at home so you can create your own scanners and kind of know what you're doing and be able to watch in the market and help people, or not only help people, but watch what other people are watching so you get the feel for things. And you're actually gonna be able to go onto your phone and get an app called Thinkorswim by TD Ameritrade. And you can actually get the charts on your phone. You can blow them up to whatever aspect you need to and really hone in on your skills of charting and knowing what's going on. You guys got to realize you may not know every pattern out there, this and that, but you do still have to know. Your brain is smart enough. Even an idiot, and I say this in the nicest way, even an idiot will be able to see a pattern happen over and over and over time and go, well, this is going up, or well, this is going down now because this just happened. Every time this happens. For instance, the gap down pattern this morning on SPY, it's a Friday, SPY, which is the S&P 500, and you guys can actually trade this with a $500 account using options. And that's something great else to learn, especially when having a small account, being able to use options to really maximize your profits and not have to leverage a ton of money rather than just trading penny stocks. So with that being said, you can use that money, you can use Thinkorswim on it. This morning was a gap down pattern, basically meaning the stock gapped down overnight. There's a gap in between the candles. And some of you that have never seen a candlestick chart, you need to go to Google right now, look up a gap down pattern. So it's going to gap down, it's going to try to fill back up. It may not make it all the way up to this point, but it's going to try to fill back up and then it will fall again. And that's just basically, there's a way to bet. For those of you that don't know, it's called shorting or a put option. There's ways to bet that the stock is going down. It's a lot easier, in my belief, that it's easier to see a stock falling rather than going up. Now, it is possible to see a stock going up as well. There's patterns for that called breakouts and dip buys. You guys got to learn support and resistance are going to be two of the major factors when charting for you guys that are going to allow you guys to actually profit off of these positions. Knowing where your support is and knowing where your resistance is going to allow you to determine your risk level and know exactly what you're doing in the trade so you don't have to panic. It takes away the emotions. When you're trading with real money, guys, you're going to learn there's a ton of emotions in it because you can actually lose money, just like betting on a sports game. More than likely, you're going to lose in a sports game, though, unless you know what Vegas is betting. But that's a whole nother subject. But with that being said, guys, knowing where the support and resistance are going to allow you to go, well, this is my risk. The support is my risk because we bought it right there. It bounced up off of it. And maybe when it starts to come back down, it doesn't make it all the way there. Or if it breaks through it, you know that you need to sell off. You need to sell your shares off that or sell your options there, rather than just holding on to it as it falls and keeps falling and you lose your money, you blow up an account, and then now you're back to square one. We don't want that, guys. We want you to be completely educated. And that's probably the biggest takeaway I want you to take away from this video is to be educated before you ever take a trade. Guys, it's gambling when you don't have an exact strategy that works. And that's the last thing we want you guys all to do. So with that being said, guys, that is the shortest way to make money with under a $500 account or even under a $1,000 account and actually know what you're doing. So the moral of the story in this video is to get educated, know what you're doing before you ever enter a trade. Is it possible to grow that money? Yes, it's always possible to compound your money exactly like a bank does, but in a more rapid way, rather than just waiting on your bank to slowly give you some money. Instead, take it in your own hands, learn how to make money on yourself, grow those small accounts. It may not be big chunks. Brag about the percentage, not about the money you're making. It's all in the percentage when you're first starting. So with that being said, guys, thank you all for watching. Drop a comment below if you guys want to see anything else. Hit that like button. That definitely helps my channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys all here very soon.